date, but child benefit alone would have added up to £8,000 a year. Now, the Chancellor has waded in. On a visit to Derby today, he was asked whether the welfare system played a part in what happened.
Philpott is responsible for these absolutely horrendous crimes, and these are crimes that have shocked the nation. The courts are responsible for sentencing him, but I think there is a question for government and for society about the welfare state and the taxpayers who pay for the welfare state subsidising lifestyles like that, and I think that debate needs to be had.
The benefits bill is a huge part of government spending. Last year it was £211 billion. Almost half of that, £109 billion, was spent on pensioners. When it comes to large families claiming out-of-work benefits, there are just 180 with 10 children or more, but 40,000 families have 5 or more children. Mr Osborne's been busy making the case for his benefit changes, like the cap of £26,000 a year and this week's cut to housing benefit. But some Labour MPs say the Chancellor's comments on the case of Mick Philpott are demonising the poor.
I agree with the Chancellor that Mick Philpott is responsible for these terrible crimes. I think the judge, in his summing up, made that clear. I don't think that's connected with the discussion that is going on at the moment about the future of the social security system, where I think the government is making some very bad decisions.
The ministers think the public are on their side when it comes to welfare cuts, especially for large families.
Even if numerically there are not that many of those instances, they serve as a sort of signal that something is wrong with the welfare system, and they are a way of encapsulating people's concerns about free riders, people getting something for nothing, people swinging the lead.
George Osborne knew he was straying into controversial territory by linking the Philpott case to the debate about restricting benefits. He's been accused of exploiting the deaths of 6 children, but he wants to put Labour on the spot about their refusal to back welfare changes. Vicky Young, BBC News, Westminster.
And Ross Hawkins, our political correspondent, is in Westminster for us this evening to talk about this some more. Ross, it's clear that a lot of people are
Labour's not backing him.
at the way Mick Philpott used the benefits system. But do you think the Chancellor would have anticipated that many people are also rather disturbed about how he has drawn this case into the discussions on benefits?
Would he have anticipated Labour's response, the sort of things that have been said? Yes, absolutely, it would have been worked into his calculations. It is interesting, I think.